In today's video, we'll continue to look at sorting algorithms in Java. More specifically, we'll be looking at quicksort. So, quicksort is similar to merge sort in the way that it is a divide and conquer algorithm, but instead it utilizes a pivot. So, quicksort's divided into three main steps. The first would be selecting a pivot, and in this case, let's select 3. And for the case of understanding this algorithm, the pivot we choose is not necessarily important, but using our pivot, we must move all the values that are smaller than the pivot to the left of it, and all the values that are greater than the pivot to the right of it. So let's go through this example. 3, okay, 2 is less than 3, so it stays there. 8 is greater than 3, so must move this to the right. Okay. 1, 0, less than 3. Okay. So now 1, that's less than 3, so we have to move it to the left. There we go. And then 5 and 6 are greater than 3. So we're fine there. Okay. So now we have the final sorted position for our pivot. And now we just need to repeat this process for all the values in our subarray that are less than 3 and all the values are another subarray that are greater than 3. Let's start with the values that are less than 3. Let's move this down. Okay. So now let's select another pivot. Again, it doesn't matter when you're trying to understand, but let's say 0. Um, with 0, what values are less than 0? None of these values. So we can move all of these to the right because they're all greater than 0. And again, we took a 4-element unsorted array and made it into a 3-element unsorted array. Now we repeat this process again, taking this array and selecting a pivot. Let's choose 2. Okay, so 2 is greater than 1 and is greater than 1. So we move 2 to the right. And now 2 is sorted as well. Again, even though these numbers are the same, we still must repeat this process. If we choose 1 for the pivot, this one is not greater than or less than 1, so no swaps are needed, and it is sorted. So our subarray is now sorted. Okay, so now let's look at the values that were greater than our initial pivot, 8, 5, and 6. Okay, so for our pivot, let's choose 6. So we know 8 is greater than 6. Let's move that to the right. There we go. And 5 is less than 6, so it remains there. So now, since our subarrays 5 and 8 each have 1 element, no swaps are needed. So 5, 6, and 8 are already sorted. So now, if we combined our subarrays with our initial pivot, our array is in sorted order. So that was a quick overview of quicksort. Please let me know if I missed anything, and thank you for watching.